Hello, Lucia. Good evening.
Good evening, Professor. Professor, I don't know if you could see my message on Saturday. I sent you a WhatsApp message, and at least on Friday also. But I'm so sorry for my absence in the last Friday. I was in a Eduardo Barroa Reserve natural area. I was doing a project for the job, and we don't have signal until Saturday. That's why I couldn't
Yeah,
communicate.
no worries, no worries.
Yeah, but after Ruth sent like a image that says that we couldn't have three three.
Yes, like absences, right? But yeah, but you told me that you talked also to her. I think, I guess, I don't know if you have that
Yeah,
conversation or.
yes. Don't worry about that.
Okay, great. The last class we were working with lesson number 2, and because that was the last week's activities, probably we need to work with some others. Uh, Especially we were checking out passive voice, right? We did that on Monday, but then countable and non-countables, and so basically that was the activity that we were doing. Okay, but today we have to start with the next lesson,
All right.
which is about lesson 3. I also sent you the link of the activities for the weekend, but we're gonna check it out something right now. We also, okay, we were talking about little, a lot, right? Those kind of things.
So we have homework for the weekend.
Yeah, there was homework. Yeah, it was from Monday until Sunday, and also from Friday to Sunday was the quiz. I don't know if you checked the.
Yeah. I already finished everything.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but you are gonna like upload or submit the next homework
Yeah,
for next week,
yeah.
right?
Later, this after this class, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yes, I finished that until yesterday.
Okay.
The exam and the activities from Pearson, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly
it's
that.
good.
Okay, somebody asked me for permission. I don't know who was that. I thought you were you were the one, but not today, right? Okay.
Yeah, Karen sent me a message.
Yeah, probably it was.
Maybe it's Karen. She told me, yeah, maybe she's not gonna come. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's start with this. I'm sorry. Sound myself. Um. Well, according to this count and noun counts, like you know, if we want to talk about uh, countable nouns, we use many. We use much for non-count nouns. Also, we use, a little, right,
Mhm.
for noun counts, and well, a lot of for both of them. Yeah, we were checking out that, but we didn't do the. Well, after this, we're gonna do. But part of that also count nouns and non-count nouns are also some and any, you know. And let's continue working with this. Check it out. This one. Um, Well, this is about a conversation. Maybe you can help me out to read this, please.
Okay. The doctors, Mr. Smith, you are gaining a lot of weight.
Okay, continue, please.
I know, but I love to eat.
Okay. Maybe I have to read this one. Okay, but what do you eat?
I really like hamburgers and ice cream,
You have to stop eating hamburgers,
but I only eat 2 hamburgers a day.
and you have to stop eating ice cream.
But I only eat 1 bowl of ice cream a day.
I'm sorry, but that's too much. Okay, so read this one also, please.
Okay. The test shows you have high blood pressure. Do you drink coffee?
Yes, I drink several cups of coffee a day.
You have to stop that.
Can I drink any coffee at all?
You can have some coffee once a week. Also, your cholesterol level is high.
I always put some cream in my coffee. I love cream.
Well, you have to stop that too.
Okay, the next one, read, please.
You have to take your medicine.
I don't want to take any medicine.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Okay, well, we're checking out some examples of usage of some and any. Um, Also, it depends on what is the context of using it. Sometimes we can use for asking questions, for negative statements, especially when we use any, right? Like any medicine. So we can separate things like it depends if we put a number, right? Like one apple, two hamburgers, or three books. But well, those are count nouns, right? It's easy to recognize it. Uh, Also, we can use the plurals for those items. One hamburger, two hamburger, one sandwich, two sandwiches, right? It's easy, just depending on how it ends. If you can remember, if a plural noun ends in ch, sh, z, x, right? We have to use es. And if it ends in y, also it's going to be a bit different. But over here, we have used a or an before singular count nouns, and like a salad, right? A pizza, an apple. And just in order to remember, we're checking out this one. But also now count nouns refer to things that are difficult to count, like rice, ice cream, coffee. So we use quantifiers. In this case, just talking about a bowl of rice. Uh, just a quantifier to say 3 cups of coffee and a teaspoon of medicine or a bottle of medicine or something like that, right? Okay, but read the sentences below and you have to change into, okay, you have to correct the mistake if there are some mistakes. What about this one?
All right. Uh, the doctor says I can eat 2 hamburgers a day. The doctor says I can eat 2 hamburgers a day. So yes, I need to eat an orange for breakfast.
What's
I
the
don't like, sorry?
what's the mistake in number one?
The crash of the vowels is N.
Yeah, right. The vowel sound.
Yeah.
And number two,
I don't like to drink milks. Yes, not milks, it's milk.
yes. Three.
My sister eats 2 bowls of cereal every morning. Is bowls.
There's missing S, right?
Yeah. 4. My brother has coffees all day. Uh, it's just coffee, I think so. So it's my brother has coffee all day.
Mhm.
5, we never eat sandwich for breakfast. Mm, maybe it's sandwiches.
We never eat sandwiches for breakfast. Yeah, depends. But yeah, sandwiches, right? Because in general, it depends. We never eat a sandwich. Maybe it's possible, but it's also possible to say sandwiches. Well, but some it is common to use in current plans, right? You can use some, like in this situation, you can have some coffee once a week, right? Uh, it depends. We can use for both of them, count and non-count nouns. And eat more fruit. Buy some oranges. Okay, it is possible to use that way. My slide, I think, what happened. Just a moment, please. Yeah, sorry. I will open one more time this one, that one. Then we're gonna work. After that, we're gonna work with an activity about count nouns, non-count nouns in general, using a lot, quiet, a little bit of some and any as well. But just once again this one. Okay. Meanwhile, I am going to the presentation. You mentioned that you're working in a project, right? Eduardo Baró.
Yeah.
It is a kind of environmental project.
Yeah, it's a part of environmental law and human rights also.
Ah, great. It's interesting.
Yeah, but there's no signal, there's no nothing.
Oh, yeah, it's that happens in especially in projects that are away from cities, right?
Yeah, next to the Colorado Lake.
Yeah. Ah, wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Potosí.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I worked there 5 years in San Cristobal mine.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I visited there also.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I was working in the plant, like, yeah, for 5 years
Mm.
in La Paz. So, but it's interesting. Cold,
You
very
are
hot.
a minor engineering?
I am a metallurgist.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a metallurgist. Now I'm studying environmental engineering.
Nice. Mm.
Yeah, but probably I will be also involved in those kind of projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, away from the city again. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, some and any, affirmative statements, some in affirmative statements, and any for negative statements, right? Like, read this one, please.
You can have some fruit every day, but you can't have any sugar.
Can I have any chocolate?
No, no, you can't have any chocolate.
Now we're gonna describe a, in this case, or
This,
do not see. In this case, use all the quantifiers in the box. For example, these are and some any box, I don't know, whatever. But what you can, what do you see? What can you see here?
okay, and an ice cream, uh,
Okay.
um, a bowl of fruit,
Yes.
some lettuces.
Yeah, or maybe a box of lettuce. Right.
Yeah, some I don't know the name of the of peras.
Pear. Pears. Sorry, pears. Pear.
Pears.
Two
Uh,
pears.
uh, yeah, a box of lettuce, some pears, any chocolate, and uh, a box. Sorry, a bag of vegetables.
A bag of vegetables. Or maybe, I don't know. Can you see a bag of vegetables? Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This lady is holding that. Yeah, maybe a box of potato. I don't know what's this. Maybe it's mango, potato, I don't know, orange on the floor. I think that's like cabbage. No, it's not. I don't know what is that. There's some cucumbers, I think. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but they were just to remember to use those kind of things, right? We can say an orange on the ground, right? Two pears. Okay. But the other way of using summon any, you can use some in a question when you offer something. When, for example, do you want some coffee? Right? If you don't know what is, if you offer, of course you can use some. If you don't know what is the, what are you looking for, or what is exactly the, that's why you ask questions, right? Usually you ask questions if you don't know something, if you are looking for information, or maybe to uh, okay, to agree your idea with the other person. But in this case, you only use some for asking questions when you offer something. Okay, but let's read this one, please.
So I can have any chocolate, right?
Right.
Right. Do you want some chocolate? I have some in my jacket.
Sure, I love chocolate. This is funny because, okay, anyway, so yeah, okay, now we're gonna practice with an activity about this Samanini. Yeah, and also it's not in class, Micaela.
Mm, yeah. And there was another girl also, Professor Nazarena.
Ah, yes, she's in the States, in Washington.
Ah,
I think she has some classes there also at night. She was in Cochabamba. She's from Tarija.
but now she's in the United States.
Yeah, she took a TOEFL test. She passed it, but she says that she needs to practice, especially speaking. No, yeah, speaking she speaks well, but I think maybe listening.
Mm. She
Yeah,
was your student before?
yeah, she was my student.
Ah,
Yeah, we were in A14, 13 and 14.
all right.
Uh, but then she still, yeah, English is a matter of practice. You need to practice a lot. I think she's new in learning English.
Mm.
Okay, let's work with this. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you, Nazarena?
Fine, thank you, teacher. All is fine.
Right. Nazarena, we're working. We were about to start with, I think we already started with one activity. I'm going to send the link again to the, here over here, please. and you can get in, and we are practicing some and any. Just click on it and you can start. But let me show how it works. Okay, like this. For example, I already started. I have already started this one, and I have to choose the correct one. Oops, I put in Spanish. I don't know why, but anyway. So I have I have to choose one, right? Like some or
Oh,
any, something like that. Just you have to follow the instructions or the exercises, and that's it. Okay.
perfect.
Yeah. Are you there in the? You can put your name at the beginning and start with exercises. Okay, I don't know if you finished. I think you finished, right? Can you listen to me? Hello? Hello, can you listen to me? Hello, hello, Lucia Nazarena. Are you there? I hope so. Hello, hello.
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was easy, but sometimes it's a bit tricky, right? Sorry to.
Uh, sorry, Professor. I couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
no worries. It's a bit tricky sometimes when you do in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, everything is in English. But no, okay, just for this time. But now we're gonna work with something different. As I said, that was not the one that I was okay about to do, but we have this one. How about you, Nazarena? Are you there? We're gonna work
Yes,
with.
teacher, I was finished the quiz.
You finished. Okay. Um. Now, please open the next link, the last one, and let's start doing it, please. This is the general review of
Okay.
yes, countables, count and no counters. Let's do it. Okay, what about you? Did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, yes, Professor.
Okay, great. How was the activity? Maybe it was a bit fast, right? But that was okay. I think.
Nice, teacher. Interesting. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, the last class we were working with that. Me too, even I got confused with some of them.
Yeah, that is good.
Professor, just to review, we can say that any could be used for negative and also for questions, right?
Yeah, questions are negative is any. Some we ask with some, but only when we offer something.
All
And
right.
how much is for uncountable things?
Mhm.
Okay.
How much? How many? But remember also a little bit off, we can say, right? Or a little bit. Do you think a little bit is countable or non-countable? What do you say?
Sorry, teacher?
What
Uh,
about a little bit? Count or non-count? No. What is used for? For count?
uncountable.
Yes, right. What about a few? A few is
Uncountable? No,
Countable.
countable.
countable. Yes. A little is for uncountable. What about plenty of? What do you think is plenty of or plenty of?
Mm, it's uncountable.
Yeah, plenty of sugar, we can say, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. But is it correct to say plenty of people?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, but there is something interesting about that. We use a lot of for both, right? Count and non-count nouns. But I was about to show you this one.
But plenty could be used for people or also.
Yeah, it is possible to use for people. Plenty.
So we can say that it's for uncountable.
And
Uh,
for people.
and people is,
It's plural.
but
That
people could
means
be
countable.
countable.
Yeah, because it's plural, right? Yeah, in this case,
Count per
people
se.
is general. Yeah. I cannot say two peoples, right? It can be considered just like uncountable. Yeah,
So plenty is just for uncountable.
yeah. Plenty of people, plenty of sugar. Yeah,
It's
that's right.
uncountable. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. But let me show you. There is something that I have here. There we go. Okay, because there are many it is possible to use uncountable and the quantifiers are a lot. For example, even a lot, right? Much, many, a lot, or a lot of, little, a little bit, few. But those are the most common ones, right? If we check out this one, let me show you, please. Okay. For example, a lot of, right? A lot of fruits on the table, a lot of birds on the sky, right? But it's possible to say also lots of money. Uh, Money, do you think money is countable?
For
No,
me,
not countable.
Yes,
yeah.
right. It's not counted. We cannot say one money, two monies, no. Just maybe $1. Yeah, also we can say a lot of money, lots of things. And much money the same. We use much for uncountable, right? When we have singular nouns like water, time, that means it is. One way also to check out or to know if it's countable or non-countable is using this. Remember, if it's singular, it's uncountable. If it is plural, of course, it's countable. Like books, places, toys, plural, right? See that? Okay, but we have a lot of, lots of, plenty of, right? A great deal of. Um, Over here, a large number of, a large amount of, right? Uh, in this case, uncountable, it is possible to use a lot of, lots of, right? A great deal of, a large amount of. But in this case, it's going to be a little bit different when we say a large number of. Right? But for both of them, we can use a lot, a lot of. It's okay. Over here we have little and few, and if you remember, little is for uncountable, and few is for countables. But few is for small amounts, also as well little. For big amounts are, or larger amounts are much and many, right? Little, a little also is the equivalent of some. He has a little advice to give you. She bought a few drinks to dinner. She went there to breathe a little air. He gave, yeah. Do you want to say something? Do you want to say something? Sorry.
Professor, is a little off or just a little? Because it's a lot of, right? But for
Yeah,
little?
it is. It depends. You can use a little or little of. Okay, it is possible to use it. A lot of, we say, right? And also it's possible to say a lot, a little of. Or, for example, when you say, let's say, you can say, I speak a little, I'm sorry, a little of French. Oh no, yeah, I speak a little French. It's possible to say that also. I speak a little English or something like that. But also it is possible, but much better to use a little only. Sometimes even, I don't know if you remember about that, a little bit of, right? It is possible to use in conversations. I speak a little bit. But when you say a little bit, you want to say that very few, right? Sorry, some very small amount. Okay. But it's going to be the same, exactly the same. Um, Sorry, also over here there is plenty of, right? I throw away plenty of things. It's for countable also. And it's not okay. She lost a lot of clothes with her suitcase. Yeah, that's basically some review of that. Okay, but let's check it out, the platform. This was, if we check out here, the grammar section. We're gonna do it faster, by the way. Okay, let's do it. It's not really wrong. Okay, let me show, please. Let me show you this one. What about this? I'm sorry. Ah, no, no, no. Yeah, I got a mistake. What about this? What do you think is Amy needs?
It's a few information.
Okay. Do you think information is countable?
No, but sometimes I don't know if it's bad to use it, but sometimes they mention like few information or is bad speaking.
It is possible. Okay.
But it's according grammar rules. Could be
According grammar rules,
a
it's
little.
information is a little, right?
Yeah.
Yes. How about number two? What do you think is Nazarena?
Nick deposited a lot of money in the bank.
Okay.
There are a lot of good soccer players, but there are only a few stars.
Okay.
Have you made many commercials?
Talia would like a little more time to work on the story.
The health club has a lot of members, but Patty knows them all.
Okay.
How many years ago did Jackie quit the club?
I haven't seen many soccer games.
Okay. Good. 100%. Yeah, it was a kind of short review about that. Basically, in this Pearson platform, it's not going to be very difficult. Okay, now we have to check out this one. It was about vocabulary, but let me show you. Let me share this. There we go. So according to this, to the platform, also we have some vocabulary. In vocabulary, there are some nouns. Okay, for example, we have anxiety, right? Can you read about anxiety, please, Nazarena? The definition of anxiety.
Okay, teacher. A strong feeling of worry about something. I can't help feeling a little bit of anxiety about this test.
Okay, the next one, please, can you read, Lucia?
Character traits, formal, the particular qualities that make one person different from another. Lenny may not be the most intelligent person in the world, but he has many other wonderful character traits like honesty and kindness.
Honesty, right? The
Honesty.
next
Yeah.
one, yes. The next one, please,
Okay,
Nazarena.
frustration, the feeling of being annoyed or angry because you are unable to do what you want to do. Ron was so angry that he kicked the desk in frustration.
Okay, the last one, please, Lucia.
Intellect, the ability to understand things and think intelligently. Let's see if Yanja can solve this. She has a sharp intellect.
Okay, well, interesting word. I haven't heard that word sharp. It's right. It's interesting to say sharps. Yes, very sharp intellect. Okay, so now let's work with this. According to that, we need to check, read the sentence and choose a correct option. Yes, maybe you can start, Lucia, please.
I'm feeling a lot of frustration at work. My boss is always changing his mind about what he wants me to do.
Okay,
The
Nazarena.
IQ, okay. The IQ or intelligence quotient test is a way of measuring a person's intellect.
Okay, intelligence quotient. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Intelligence.
Intelligence quotient. Quotient.
Quotient. Quotient. Okay. Thank you.
Intellect, right? You said intellect. Okay.
Yes.
The next.
My company wants to hire people with good character traits, people who are honest and friendly and can work well with others. A
Okay.
professor, the pronunciation of character is just like that.
Yeah, character traits. Character. Yeah, definitely character. It's
All
good.
right.
I'm starting to feel some anxiety about a new project. I think the company is going to lose a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, the pronunciation I think is anxiety. Anx-
Anxiety. Okay.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Very good. Great. Okay. Let's continue, please. This is the other one. So we have to do this one also, please. Let me share with you and check it out and read the definitions right now, please. You already know those vocabulary, I am sure, but we need to be sure. Okay, Nazarena, evaluate.
Evaluate. To carefully consider something or someone in order to judge it or them. My boss evaluates my work regularly and tells me what I need to do to improve my performance.
Focus on to pay special attention to a particular person or thing instead of others. In today's lecture, I would like to focus on the beginnings of modern science.
Nazarena?
Interact with, to talk to other people and work together with them. Until I learned Chinese, I had a hard time interacting with the Chinese people.
Okay.
Joy, great happiness and pleasure, or something that gives you this feeling. After a complete year of hard work, I felt such joy to finally be on vacation.
Right. Okay. Let's work, please, with this.
The project went really well. It was a wonder, um, a wonder to work with the people on my team.
Sorry. My boss asked me to focus on the Paxton project for the next few days because it has to be finished by the next Friday.
Okay.
This launch is a good place for employees to interact with each other in a relaxed environment.
It's too early to evaluate this employee. She's only been working here for a few weeks.
Okay. And do you want me to submit this, or maybe you want to check out some of them?
Mm, mm, Maybe the first one we can try with Joy. I don't know what.
Joy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Nice. Better. Okay. So, well, that was part of the vocabulary. Yeah, in this units, I think from 10A or for the 4-1, it is the vocabulary is a little bit different. Sometimes we have only some nouns or Sometimes also we have adjectives. But anyway, um, now let's start please with the next one. I don't know if you have any questions so far about something.
No, teacher, thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, so let's continue now with the next lesson. In this case, Jackie, the actress. And we have to work with, okay, basically, I'm going to try to work first of all with the grammar part, but this week we're going to have, I think, the all week long to work with, not as the last week because we had holiday, right? We have a day off in class on Wednesday, but now not really. So, okay. But congratulations if you are, yeah, you are from Cochabamba, right, Lucia?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, Cochabamba. But also Nazarena lived in Cochabamba.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
right, Nazarena. How is it going in over there? If you can tell us a little bit about your university.
fine, teacher. Is good. It's very different. I miss my home,
That's
but it's fun. I think that there are a lot of people, very nice people. All is very organized here. Um, when you are driving or whatever thing is very organized, so it's
that's
nice.
cool.
Some things are nice, but I miss other things too.
When you're away from the country, yeah, we miss everything, right? A lot
Yeah,
of things.
yeah, absolutely.
What is the university where you are studying?
Um, Georgia Tech. I was in the Georgia Tech studying English.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, yes, teacher. It's nice. And I am making virtual classes. That is very hard because the vocabulary is very extensive.
Okay.
So it's very hard, and I was uh, trying to understand some things. Um, but well, I hope be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun, I think. Just yeah, if you are there, you will have a chance to practice every day your English, of course, with real people, right?
Yeah.
I think there are also a lot of maybe some Latinos, foreigners.
Sorry, teacher.
I think you also have some classmates who are Latinos and from other countries.
Yeah. Yeah. Colombia. Above all, Colombia and Costa Rica.
Okay,
Yeah. Nice people.
right. Okay. So I think I remember a little bit about this one. We were checking out this present perfect continuous, right? Uh, but let's do it faster. Yeah. So there are some, not a lot of slides that I have here, but I wanted to show you this one special. Present perfect continuous and also and simple in this case, present perfect continuous and present perfect simple or present perfect system, right? What is the difference? Usually, when we talk about present perfect continuous, we talk about an action that was in progress. But of course, when we talk about present perfect, even the name says present, we are talking about the past. And the difference is that, okay, if it's a little bit small or a bit small, you can zoom it to make it bigger. And okay, so I will try to, yeah, do this. Well, there is one example about that. I've been painting my bedroom and I painted my bedroom. So this is talking about the past also, but it is specifically, she's specifically explaining about the process of in that home, right? There's a paint in Kate's clothes. She has been painting her living room, right? I don't know if you have any questions about this one.
Uh, I always have I'm confused always with these two times, but sometimes also we can say I've painted my bedroom, right?
Yeah, only that is also okay.
And
But
something that I was doing like 2 minutes ago, and I can use the present perfect also, right?
it
Or
is,
which was the main difference for that?
there's not a big difference, but usually, how can I say, it's how you speak, right? Sometimes it is okay to use only present perfect, but in this case, it's more specific about something, some action that was in progress. Um, okay, has been painting, like ha estado pintando, right? Ha pintado, but something like that in Spanish if we say that. In this case, we want to uh, give more relevance to the action that was in progress in a certain time. But in this case, we only mention about an action, but that action has some relevance up today, up this moment, because otherwise we can only use simple past, right? Like the room was painted, or she painted the room, something like that, right? Or her room. I don't know if I was able to be understood. I hope I'm not confusing more.
um, so.
Okay, but no worries. With more examples, we will understand much better. Over here, also, we can compare about among them. My hands are very dirty. Over here, okay. Let me make it. Yeah, this is much better. So my hands are very dirty. I've been repairing my bike, right? And in this case, my bike is okay again. Now I have repaired. In this case, is the process. This is specifically the present perfect continuous. This is still in process. Okay, it is still in process. It's in continuous form. The action is still in continuous form. But in this case, this action is finished. If we compare both of them, we have still some evidence, right, about the action that has been happening with the present perfect continuous. But in this case, probably not. But the bike is still in that place. That's also the difference. Okay. In this example, my bikes are dirty. I've been repairing my bike, but my hands, sorry, and the hands is still very. It's very recent action, and probably is almost in, yeah, in progress. Sorry, but in this case, not really. Okay, the action is finished. And over here also we have another example. Joe has been eating too much recently. He should eat less. Over here, somebody has eating all chocolates. This box is empty. The action is already finished. That's only the difference among them. Even in questions, where have you been? Have you been playing tennis? In this case, have you ever played tennis? Right? It's a bit different. But over here is a very involving question. I can say maybe that. And we also the continues to say how long for something that is still happening. If this is a very common question of something similar is possible to ask also. Maybe somebody asked you, like, how long have you been studying English? Right? Because that means that you are still studying English. But let's say probably you have studied a different language, let's say French, okay, a couple of years ago. And I can say, how long have you studied French? Oh, I have studied like for 3 years. Right? Okay, past action. You are not still studying, but you still know how to speak French. That's the difference. But if it's this one, how long have you been studying French? Let's say you're still studying French. That means that you are still in progress. The action is still in progress, and probably it will continue being in progress. Okay, maybe with that example, we can understand a bit more about the difference of them.
Yes, a professor, for example, in this example that says they have played tennis 3 times this week, could be also they played tennis 3 times with simple past.
Yeah,
But when
they
I'm
played.
sure that I can use present perfect or simple past there.
Yeah, simple past is just for. It depends. In this case, also you can use simple past, right? They played tennis 3 times this week. It is okay, totally okay. But that means that probably if we use simple past, they won't play tennis anymore, at least for this week, right? And in this case, probably they will continue playing tennis tomorrow if we use present perfect. And in the present perfect continuous, of course, that is that they will continue. They are still playing. They are in the yard. But in the second one, yeah. If we use simple present, simple past is just for actions that probably won't be repeated anymore. But if we use present perfect, the action usually can be repeated, but at this point is already finished. Okay. I don't know if I was able to be understood now. All
Yeah,
right.
more clear.
Yeah. Okay. I'm learning Arabic, but I haven't been learning it very long. Also, we can use here, I don't know, to tell someone how long, right? How long have you been doing something? You want to show the time, but in this case, to say how much or how many times for completed actions, right? I'm learning Arabic, but I haven't learned very much yet. Yeah, I haven't been learning it for it very long. But in this case, is also a completed action. But probably it will continue studying or learning Arabic. But yeah, that's the difference is that this is in progress. And this may or may not. Usually, you will read that about present perfect. The present perfect is the action that started in the past, and it usually says it will continue, or it may continue or not in the future, right? But the other one is yes or yes, it will continue. Okay, but this one, I'm sorry, I wanted to show this in love couple. Um, okay, this question is very common also. How long have you been? Right? How long have you been reading this book? How long have you been painting? How long have you been studying English or something like that? This is they are couple. Can you help me with the reading of this, please, Lucia?
Since then, okay, Dan and Kate are married. They got married exactly 10 years ago. So today is their 10th wedding anniversary. They have been married for 10 years. We say they are married. But how long have they been married? Not how long are they married? They have been married for 10 years. Now they are married for 10 years. Present perfect.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, in person we say they are married, right? This is very common. In this case, married, divorced, engaged, everything is like ed, but it's not past. It means it is present. They are married is present. Right? We don't say they are married, but only it is possible to use marry, for example, for a proposal, right? Have you heard about that? Maybe in songs or I don't know, in movies. Do you marry me? Right? It is a common question in English. But in this case, this is just about present. They are married because the action is done, but in simple present. In present perfect, we can ask like how long have they been married, right? Or not how long they are married. We don't use that because we use the past tense. And also they have been married for 10 years. It is like the question, how long have they been married, right? And the answer will be they have been married for 10 years. We use the present perfect to talk about something that began in the past, right? And still continues now. But the action itself can be finished or may not. We have this one, present perfect. Oh, sorry, the present and the present perfect. In the present, of course, we say he is, we know, right? We know, do they have, he's waiting or something like that. Present perfect continues, but present perfect will be like he has been, we have known, we have they had, right? Or she has been waiting. We don't say she is, but also we can say she's been waiting, right? It is possible to use in, okay, let me do over here. For example, we also say this one. She's been waiting. But we don't have to get confused with that because it's not she is been waiting. She has been waiting, right? It is very common, I think, in present perfect to use this kind of examples. I'm sorry. She's been waiting. Oh, it's the same as, it's only the contraction. How do we know if it's present perfect? Because we have this past participle of the verb, right? In that way, we can easily know if it is not the verb be.
But teacher, here is my question is that, for example, here says we use the present perfect to talk about something that began in the past and it still continues now. But the present perfect, for example, if we go to your example, she has been waiting, is something that also began in the past.
Yes.
And it continues now. So could be used here also. She has waited.
She has waited also, it is possible. Because that's present perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. But
Mhm,
which is the most proper sentences that we can use?
like she has waited, you mean? And she has been waiting?
Mm-hmm.
She has waited. It is not specific that she's still waiting. Maybe she's in the place, but we use she has been waiting. That's the that is about the action itself that is in progress in that moment. In this moment, if I say she has been waiting, right? Yeah, but talking about present perfect and present perfect continuous. Yeah, the present perfect sometimes it is not specifically for actions that are in progress. Okay, how can I explain that? For example, in simple present, we use like she goes to school every day, right? Or she goes to school, let's say. And she's going to school is present perfect continue. Oh, sorry, present continuous. Uh, Probably happens something similar when we use present perfect and present perfect continuous, right? Something like that. Because we use also ing to explain that the action is in progress. Like she has been waiting, she has been doing something. But the other one, she has done. Okay, for example, she's been waiting very long, right? She has waiting for somebody. Um, the present, the present on the present, right? The present perfect on the present. She is waiting for somebody. She has been waiting for very long. Yeah, in that example you said, right? Yeah. Yeah. In this case, she is waiting for somebody, and she has been waiting. We want to show, in this case, in the second example, how for how long. Okay, this can be she is waiting for somebody maybe for 1 minute. We don't know, but usually in this case, we want to give more, if I can say, importance or more relevance to the action that is for how long usually. Like, I think we have here. But for how long was the action in progress? So it's over here. Okay, and then we have I've known, right? So I have had, I've lived the present perfect simple, right? And I have been learning, I have been waiting, the present perfect continues. When we ask or say how long, the continuous is more usual. Only this word, how long have you, how long, only if we hear how long, we're gonna use usually a present perfect continuous. I've been learning English since January. Also, it is possible to use as in present perfect since and for, depending on what is the question. It's been raining all morning, right? And Richard has been doing the same job for 20 years. How long have you been driving? Since I was 17. In this case, it's because he's still driving. Okay. And the other examples are like, but some verbs like now and like, usually we don't use with ing. It's similar in even in present simple present continuous, right? We cannot say I've been knowing, no, right? Or I've been liking, like I I've been liking the weather. No, we can say I like the weather or something like that, but we don't use with ing. Something similar happens, especially for non-action verbs. In English, we also use, we say non-action verbs, even not every verb is means action. Like the process of thinking, feeling, usually we don't consider action verbs. Like now, right? It is not, in English, probably the action verbs are considered which one that makes you move something, but the others that are only, I don't know, about feelings, about ideas, about, I don't know, like and no. usually are considered non-action verbs. That's why we don't use ing. Okay. In that case, how long have you known Jane? Right? Uh, I have I have had these shoes for ages. Probably, if you want to say something similar, you have to try to use a different verb, an action verb, right? Because we cannot say, how long have you been knowing? No, maybe how long have you been practicing? If you want to say that, it's like, let's talk about one example about the weather. Mm, when you say, I like the weather at this moment, right? You cannot say, I am liking the weather at this moment. But instead of that, if you want to say the same, if you want to say not the same, but something similar, you can say, I like the weather at this moment, or I like the weather right now, right? Instead of saying, I am liking the weather. So something similar happens here. And also you can use either the continuous or simple with live and work. These are only some verbs, okay? Of course, Julia has been living in this house for a long time. Julia has lived. It's possible, right? Okay, but that doesn't happen something similar with no one, like, because they are considered non-action verbs. Okay, and what is that? This one. I haven't. We say I haven't done something since or for, right? I haven't seen Tom since Monday, or Sarah hasn't phoned for ages. When we say ages, we mean a couple of years. Sometimes we consider ages or more than 10 years or something like that, but it depends. It's metaphoric. It can be, ages are like eras, right? But it's just a kind of expression. But also the other question is for and since, right? Or when and how long. We use for and since to say how long something has been happening, right? It's a period of time for, and since is of for a point in time, right? This is, in present perfect, we use it, right? I've been waiting for 2 hours, right? I have been waiting for 2 hours. Is a for is for a period of time, or even if there are 2 minutes or 2 seconds, it is for. But if I wanna talk about point in time, I'm gonna use since, right? Since 8 o'clock, since 1 minute ago, right? Something similar happens in, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Over here we have for, right? Period of time. All of them are periods of time. For 2 hours, a long time, a week, ages. But since is a point in time, like 8 o'clock, since Monday, since May 12th, or yes, in this case, it's not okay, right? Even is May 12th. Yep. And since April, Sally has been working here for 6 months. Sally has been working here since April, right? It's a bit different. So I think you got it right. That right? It's very common even in the present perfect. Also, we use the same structure if we want to talk about since and for, right? Or maybe you have some questions about this.
No, teacher, I think that is fine.
Okay. Yeah, right. Since and for are easy to understand because we already practiced with that when we were working with present perfect, simple, and okay, present perfect, right? When we use since and for. Okay, we often leave out for, but not usually in negative sentences. We've been married for 10 years, right? They've been married for 10 years. They haven't had a holiday for 10 years. Yeah, in this case, we need to use that. In this case, it's not mandatory to use for. We can or we can't use, right? But in this case, it is very important, it's very necessary. If we don't use for, the sentence is not going to be okay. Oh, the yellow one is not possible to see. Okay, I'm going to change it to blue. So here we have, they haven't had a holiday for 10 years. We have then, it is possible, it's necessary to use, but in this case, they've been married 10 years, not really. That's only the difference, if we need to use for or not. We don't use for plus all, okay? We cannot say for all day, for all my life. No, only all my life, all day. I lived here all my life, right? Not for all my life. I have lived here all my life, only that. Yeah, it's just a recommendation about that. And we can compare when and how long. When did it start raining? When did Joe and Kate first met? Okay, they first met a long time ago, but in this case, it's just when and how long. Right? Everything's. But over here we have when did it start raining? How long has it been raining? Right? It's been raining for an hour. Or it started raining an hour ago. Okay, something like that. We can use both of them for similar situations, but not exactly. The answer will be a little bit different. It's just a way of speaking, by the way. Okay. And we say, uh, well, it is, right? It's just contraction examples. It's 2 years, right? It's 2 years since I last saw Joe. It's been 2 years since we can use that. Okay. I haven't seen Joe for 2 years. It's ages since we went to the cinema. It's been ages since, right? Oh, it depends. We can use both of them. Okay. Um, I don't know if you have any questions so far. We're gonna still work with this. The difference between present perfect continuous and present perfect, only present perfect, right? We need to check that. We need to still work with that, by the way. In the next class, we're gonna work a lot with present perfect continuous and present perfect, the differences, exercises, and so on. Okay. Any questions so far? I don't know.
No, teacher, it's fine.
Okay. So no worries. On Wednesday, we're gonna work more with more examples, especially with more exercises for you. It's gonna be about the difference or the applications of present perfect continuous and present perfect. Okay. So for now, please, I will send two surveys. Please, if you can help me to fill up this one. Can you see the survey?
No, teacher.
Oh, really? How about now? The poll, can you see it?
No yet. I feel only one.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, now I will send the other one also, please. Just let me, I think I have the other one that is here. Yes. Let me help with that, please. Okay. Yeah, once you finish to check the poll, we're gonna finish this class, and we're gonna see each other tomorrow. But after right now, at this moment, I'm gonna make available the homeworks in the platform in Pearson, by the way. Okay. Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for being in the class, and we're gonna see each other tomorrow. Okay. And see you tomorrow. Have a nice
Okay.
dream.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye, Lucia. Bye.